Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's Walking Dead Top 10 video, I'm discussing the top 10 most badass characters in Telltale's The Walking Dead. This list ranges all the way from Season 1 to the final season. I'm not excluding any season, so any character could be included. What I define as badass is a tough, uncompromising, or intimidating person. Mainly the intimidating part. Someone that makes you fear them or shows some type of savagery that I define as that. So, if we can go for 1,000 likes on this video, we really appreciate it. Any other topics you guys want me to cover in terms of top 10 or top 5, leave them down below in the comments. Remember, I am doing these up until the release of the Definitive Edition in September. If you'd like to see more Walking Dead content on the channel, make sure you also subscribe. Alright everyone, hope you all enjoy. Let's get straight into it.
Get away from her, you son of a bitch! Man.
You okay?
Just great, thanks.
At my number 10 spot, I picked Carly from The Walking Dead Season 1. Dead Eye. In my opinion, very sassy, very smart. She's one of those characters that, you know, you couldn't put down against. She was on her way. The way she crap talked Lily in episode 3, one of my favorite, interactions with Lily in her long Walking Dead career. Carly wasn't afraid to speak her mind, even threatening, to tell everyone about Lee's past. She was a news reporter. She knew what she was talking about. She was that kind of character that was intimidating. She was a badass. But unfortunately, she was a determinate character, so she couldn't make it that far. I would have loved to have seen if she could have made it longer and longer and longer, but, at least they had good content with her in episode 2, and especially episode 3 scene with Lily. Alright, let's move on to our next character.
Don't you even fucking think about it, motherfucker! I will end you, you hear me? Get out of the pen! Not whatever the fuck this shit is!
I did. But now we can leave. Troy, you can come with us.
What? Well, where would we go?
Away from here. Together.
Man, you smell really bad. You gotta get a bath before we... You shot my dick up!
At my number 9 spot, I picked Jane from The Walking Dead Season 2. A couple reasons why she's on this list for me. A lot of people, may not like her. I personally didn't think she was that bad, other than what she did with Kenny and the stuff in episode 5. But there is some really great things that make her a badass. This entire Troy scene is one of them. It's a perfect explanation. It's one of the most brutal scenes I can remember in the entire series. Her skills. The skills she teaches Clementine. I don't like that she wants to be, abandon people and all that, but, the blood scene that she knew how to put walker guts on her. All the stuff that she had been teaching Clementine, I thought was really badass. And she's intimidating. Noted in episode 3 when I first met her, I'm like, damn, she's very mysterious, but she's very creepy as well. And you continue to see throughout episode 4, she has great combat skills. So that's why I put her on this list. Let's move on to our next one.
My father, Larry, was a military man. And when I was a kid, he had all kinds of rules. The thing that bugged him most was waste. If I ever left a light on after leaving a room, he'd flip. No matter how many times he ranted about the cost of electricity, I could never remember to hit that switch.
At my number 8 spot, I picked Lily from The Walking Dead Season 1 and The Walking Dead Final Season. Lily, especially in the final season, took another level. She would have never been on this list if she wasn't in the final season. But cutting people's tongues out, intimidation, fear, all that stuff that she made people around her think. She was so badass in a wrong way that she convinced Minerva that her sister was evil and basically turned her into a monster. But Lily was a badass in a different kind of way than some of these other characters, but the intimidating part was really there. You really feared Lily. You didn't know what she was gonna do, and she had no problem killing people, killing Mitch, Even though she's saying, oh, we got to bring everyone back. No, she had no problem killing anybody. And the story, she told about Larry and all that, and the parable of the twins. Just the entire thing, how she had her Delta little group set up was just, it's crazy. That's why she's on this. Let's move on to our number 7.
You're not from Crawford.
You're not the guy on the radio.
I'm not a guy at all. Full marks for observation. Mind if I get up?
At my number 7 spot, I picked Molly from The Walking Dead Season 1. Molly, man, I wish we would have gotten her more in other seasons. I think the entire aspect of her character was badass. Similar to Jane a little bit in terms of being a loner, but her skills, I think, were a little more enhanced, and how she was. Very mysterious as well as a character, but she was not afraid to talk crap, do what had to be done. And she had her little tool named Hilda, and they were the dynamic duo right there. That was definitely something that, I really would wanted Molly around. Trust me, if you want a survival group in the apocalypse, I think Molly would be one of those characters that you put in. Molly, Jane, Lee, some of these other characters that, I have on this list. She's definitely one.
Stay down! Get the rest of them! Burn the whole fucking house down!
At my number 6 spot is Michonne from The Walking Dead Michonne mini spin-off series. Michonne with the blade is just amazing. All the combat sequences she has, chopping people's arms off, walker heads, I just love it. Her combat style is perfect. And that's why really I have her on this list. You can see the scene with Norma right here. It's just the brutalness. She is also very intimidating as well. Most of these characters, you'll notice, have some intimidating factor to them. They're not just, afraid to fight, afraid to talk crap. Michonne is one of those characters that I love that doesn't put up with anything and will do what it takes to stay alive. So, top 5, here we go. At my number 5 spot, I picked Jesus from The Walking Dead, A New Frontier. Jesus, this man, I loved him. Probably my second, third favorite character in this season, either second or third. But I loved his style. Armor, charisma, badass. His entire look to his character. Javier even said, you look badass, man. I loved his look, and especially when he came in episode 5 to save Richmond with the horses. That was unexpected, and they completely just, like badasses, took out all the walkers and made Richmond free, which I loved to see. Jesus, I think, was a character that deserved a little more spotlight in this season, even though he was a comic book character and he was kind of limited. I just loved his role and what he brought to the series. One of the bright spots in season 3. All right, let's move on to our number 4.
Should be able to jump it. It's not that far.
Yeah, I think we can. We just gotta be careful not to land too hard.
Never mind the storm. Never mind the blood-red moon. The night will be over soon.
Minnie?
At my number 4 spot is Minerva from The Walking Dead, the final season. And I am completely judging this top 5 choice of Minerva being on this list based on this bridge scene and her metamorphosis in episode 4. This scene was just, unbelievable. The fact that she had survived a bite, has the energy to go through all this, hordes, and all that, and she like basically leads them like an army because she's already bitten. And I don't know why the walkers just don't tear her to smithereens here. It's like she's got superpowers or something, where they don't see her as, you know, human, but they don't see her as a walker yet, which is really weird to me. And when she sings the song, the entire intimidation factor of this, and the fact that she's basically shooting unlimited shots through a walker horde at you during the scene is just like, wow. It's scary. When Minerva hits this episode 4, it's like she reached another level on this, because she never would have been on this top 10 list if it wasn't for this scene and the entire metamorphosis of her character in episode 4. Next character coming up.
Cause you won't have to. I'm all right, hon. We leave tonight. Plan don't change.
Not bad, old man.
Thanks, asshole.
You are one tough bastard.
Do tough bastards get their ass kicked in front of everybody?
At my number 3 spot, I picked Kenny from The Walking Dead Season 2, Season 1, and Season 3. Kenny, in the beginning, you didn't really think he was going to be that kind of character, but the Season 2 Kenny really was when he took this badass form to me. You know, the scene with Carver, his metamorphosis really into a more darker, more savage Kenny, how he basically treats Arvo. I see that as a badass. He stands out, no doubt, to me in various sequences throughout Season 2. I mean, even Season 1 a little bit when he got drunk, but we're not going to get into all that stuff. All right, number 2 coming up. At my number 2 spot, I picked Lee from The Walking Dead Season 1. The entire culmination of Lee's story, I believe, and his badassery could be attributed to this final scene. Lee's, in essence, his final stand. This theme song, the entire thing that plays through it, the glass shard grabbing, which I wish they would have included in the Walking Dead collection, but we're not going to talk about that. This scene was really what I have to describe Lee's badass as. Not selfish, outgoing, ain't gonna put up with nothing, and he'll do whatever it takes to keep Clementine safe. Alright guys, I think you know my number 1 spot.
You stupid asshole!
I'm not messing around. Tell me where the kids are.
Alright. That way. There's a nursery. But I'm not letting one of you savages take a kid!
At my number 1 spot is not a shock, because you guys usually think I pick Lee. Oh, he does a list. Lee has to be number 1. No, Clementine is my number 1 spot for most badass character in Telltale The Walking Dead series. And really, her badassery starts in Season 2 with the Still Not Bitten, many of the different scenes that come out through that, but the Still Not Bitten is the scene that really resonates with Season 2 and her being a badass. Then we have Season 3, you know, flipping middle fingers, punching people, calling people some swear words. You know, she starts to really get sassy in this season. And the final season is really where I think she takes her next step into the badassery, playing as her one more final time. A lot of different scenes, you know, telling people to F off, screw you, you know, and basically going into the Delta ship and causing havoc and saving everybody like the complete badass that she was. There won't be another character like Clementine if they ever do another Walking Dead season. They can't really. I mean, Clementine's the one character that I just said you cannot have mean, we're all gonna miss her, regardless, because I don't think we're ever gonna have her again in another story. But Clementine is my #1 spot. If you guys made it this far, let me know your list down below in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more Walking Dead content, and also if you want to see me at Tuner K, hit that sub. And smack a like, guys. Greatly would mean a lot. And I want to thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll catch y'all for the next Walking Dead video sometime in the future. Toodles, guys.
But you're running up on me faster, and I could barely breathe. I couldn't deal